please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Mahindra Group Chairman Anand Mahindra says M&M has a robust succession. He also told CNBC TV18's Ronojoy Banerjee, who's currently in Detroit, that he has given his choice for the successor to the M&M board in a sealed envelope. Mahindra was speaking to Ronojoy on the sidelines of M&M inaugurating its manufacturing unit in Michigan, which makes this Detroit's first manufacturing plant in 25 years. Here's an excerpt of that conversation.
As somebody who's been tracking the Mahindra Group for many years now, and when I speak with many of your company executives, they often wonder, where will the next rung of leaders come from? You'll have, how will Mahindra Group replace a Pawan Goenka, will replace a Rajiv Dubey, and maybe at some point even Mr. Anand Mahindra. What is the thinking around that, Mr. Mahindra?
But Ronojoy, I've been very open about that, and I would argue that as a group, the visibility into our next rung of leadership, our bench of leadership, is clearer than in most other organizations. We have created the group executive board, and my submission to our own board, which follows a very robust succession planning procedure. Here's a food court of leadership, and all of them are potential leaders for any of our businesses that we have. So if you just take a look at our group executive board, you will get a very good idea of what leadership we have. And then if you look at the second rung as well, the succession planning we've been following has been providing a tremendous resource for the board, for the main board for succession planning. So I don't think there should be any doubt that as the succession needs arise, there'll be plenty of resources to fill the gaps.
You had very famously said, right, to your board that if you get hit, God forbid, by a bus, then, they should be ready to pick your successor. I mean, have you started thinking on those lines, Mr. Mahindra?
Absolutely. And you're right. And, since the time I talked to you, we changed the expression.
Which is
because we found it very macabre. We called it contingency. We called it the contingency choice.
A euphemism.
We needed a euphemism because the board was saying this hit by a bus is rather macabre. So yes, and as I've always said, the board already knows my optional choices to replace me.
So you've already given them
absolutely.
an option. Because, you're a man of many interests, Mr. Mahindra, from books to old maps to wine to yachts. So therefore, would you want to sort of continue in executive capacity after your tenure, just to sort of ensure that the group remains steady? Because, as I said, the group is becoming wide, diverse. It's already $19 billion now. So it will be quite the tough act to find a replacement for Anand Mahindra.
What is that old thing they say in politics, the Tina factor, right? That there is no alternative, and there's always an alternative. And, frankly, I think that applies even more to the corporate sector than to politics. There's always an alternative.
There is an alternative.
There's always an alternative to all of us. I think the biggest mistake any leader can make, whether it's a political leader or business leader, is to presume that he or she is indispensable. That's when the rot starts.